How's everyone doing today? As we all know, we are all college students here. And one thing that goes hand in hand with being in college is being broke. And most of us probably don't have something like this sitting in our pockets. Our wallets are probably looking a little something like this right here. Pretty empty, pretty dry, pretty low on funds. One way that I've personally been supplementing this is with sports betting. And I know, sports betting oftentimes gets a bad rap, and gambling in general gets a bad rap, and it's oftentimes viewed as not very ethically correct or, kind of greasy, just not a very good way to make money. But for me at least, I see no harm, no foul in throwing a little $5 bet down and just seeing what happens, and making $10, $15 little extra money. Still, you can go spend it on groceries or get a little bit more gas for the week or go out to eat maybe one night. So that brings me in to our first pro of sports betting, and that is statistical analysis. Now, if we're looking at sports betting from a statistical standpoint, oftentimes our picks will be much more reliable and will have a better chance of hitting and us making a little bit more money. Oftentimes, a lot of people that bet on sports are relying on their bias or their own personal opinion on who they think is going to win, or they're rooting for their team, or they don't like the other team, so they're basing their pick off of something like that. But if we rely on statistical evidence and the facts, it'll not only increases our chances of making money, but learning how to read these statistics. At least for me, I'm a business student, so I'm oftentimes required to do statistical analysis on, different companies, or find the regression of one thing, X and Y. So, essentially, this is what they use to make sports betting projections. And if you are able to learn statistical analysis in a sports betting point of view, I'm sure that it translates just as well to a business point of view or whatever field of study that you may be in. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is social interaction. So, social interaction, this sports betting, having a couple friends over on Sunday, watching the football games, and putting $5 to $10 down, it'll oftentimes incite conversation and just get the ball rolling. It gives you something to talk about on a daily basis. And say you don't know a person, or you meet a new guy. Hey, you want to talk about the sports game? You want to talk about the bet you got on tonight? It's always just a good conversation starter. And it often leads to, sometimes you might get in a little scuffle. But, drama's always a little bit fun. This kind of leads into the next thing. And sports betting is fun. I don't see any harm in putting $5 to $10 down on a little sports bet and seeing what happens. I'm not saying go spend your whole checking account on one pick. It's fun. It's an easy way to make a little bit of money. If you are relying on the sports facts, you're relying on the statistics, and you're not being ignorant about your choices. It's a good way to meet new friends, a good way to hang out and start conversation. I really don't see any downside to sports betting, as long as you're being smart and you're not getting too carried away with your money and you're spending your money wisely. This is Prize Picks. this is the app that I personally prefer to make my bets on. Prize Picks is a player based sports betting app, and you're basically betting on the players rather than the team. And you can pick over and under on points, strikeouts, whatever. They have all the different sports you can imagine. Shots on goal, goals saved. They got soccer, hockey, basketball, football, baseball, whatever it may be. And if you're looking into getting into sports betting, I've left my QR code and a promo code down there for y'all. You can scan that QR code and get your account set up. And thank you for your time. I hope y'all have a good day.